Hello and welcome to another episode of Historically Marked. I am just outside a national monument here in the United States. I am just outside the city limits of Aztec, New Mexico. And this is where the Aztec Ruins National Monument is. Basically, it consists of structures that were preserved and that were made originally done by the Pueblo Indians. So I can go ahead and give you a little tour. There's not very many markers here, unfortunately. You kind of expect it's hit or miss with the National Park Service, but still, it's a great structure to check out. So right over there is the visitor center. As always, when it comes to national parks, that is the best place to start, you know, because you gotta know what you're getting yourself into if you haven't been here before. One thing I forgot to mention is this is part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and this is the third one I've been to this year in 2021, which is kind of rare because there's only, I think, 24, 25 of these currently in the United States. But this is actually part of like the Chaco Culture Historic Site, which is about 40 miles south of here. I was going to go there today, but I decided a little too much to do in one day. And speaking of UNESCO, here is that actual plaque just right here. So basically what I'm saying is it's not just this as the World Heritage Site. It's basically part of the Chaco culture. So the parking lot's behind me, but if you want to buy souvenirs and get your passport stamped like I did, because yes, I'm a passport stamp geek, definitely do that while you're in there. And then the trail is just that way. All right, so now here we are at the start of the trail. And they say it's about 700 yards. It takes about a half hour. So, let's see, where shall I go? Let's see what this says right here. Explore Aztec. Okay, I'm right here. And then the ruin is just right there. For at least 1,000 years, people have traded, planted, hunted, and built on this landscape between mountains and along rivers. Join the generations before you. Spend some time exploring the beauty and heritage that is Aztec. Now, this is the actual town called Aztec in New Mexico. So, that's what this trail leads to. So what I'm going to do is go that way towards the ruin. Here we go. Oh, I guess I can't go in there. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I can. All right, here we go. the back of the visitor center talks about the house that Earl built. Few who entered the visitor center realized this was the house that Earl Morris built in 1920. Fewer still realized many of the ponderosa beams overhead were already 800 years old when Morris borrowed them from the ruins. Some still show ancient stone X marks. The visitor center lobby and bookstore were once Earl Morris' living room, kitchen, and cozy corner fireplace. And if you have extra time, be sure to check out the Aztec Ruins National Monument Trail. And unfortunately, it's still an ongoing project. I just talked to some locals as I was going down this path, and there are some historical markers. However, it was blocked off, and I'm about to head into town to see if it continues from there, but just a little thought. So maybe by the time sometime in the future, after you watch this video, you'll see that it's finished. Now that bridge over there, that just was built like 4 or 5 years ago, according to the locals. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason at the Aztec Ruins National Monument, well, just outside the visitor center and the actual monument, but thanks for tuning in. I am Jason, signing off.